Oh, looks like we're already going into game 1 right now.
Finally,
Just like that.
baby. Let's do it. Barney ain't a dinosaur from our imagination anymore. This is like the horror movie version of Barney. Like teeth, like teeth and ish.
Barney fucking 0 to death you.
Oh yeah, pretty. I mean, hey, you know, Barney was never in a platform fighter, so maybe he could have agreed. No, speaking of 0 to death. Ooh.
Oh! No! All right. Well, unfortunate, but hey, you know, like, you know, we all make mistakes. It's fine. You know, like, just maybe brain blast a little bit too hard there, but you know,
yeah,
it's fine. It's fine.
You know, it's better to mess up early and get it out of the way early on, I suppose. But you know, like this is one of the more prolific and most important tournaments as far as Nasty 2's rankings and as far as its prestige goes. So, if there's any place where you say we take those, it's Abs right now going up against one of the finest Jimmys to do it. And speaking of that,
all right, not quite get a kill with that up air, and Abs just kind of, you know, living a comfortable life, you know, just trying to space Senpac out, you know, no biggie. Gets that snare, not quite.
And if there's any character, if there's any character you want this solid of a lead against, like early on too, it's definitely Jimmy. You know, Jimmy's sort of like a sort of hybrid of like Snake and Rosalina, if you would. You know, very like set play oriented character, but also this game's designated puppet character, if you would. And when you're a character as big as Reptar who can get juggled absolutely forever, especially against a character who also has amazing and ranged juggling tools, as Jimmy Neutron does, even if it's a self-destruct man, you're gonna want to lead early on, because trying to split that zone, like split the defense like you're a linebacker, catch shadows to the Super Bowl, it's not the easiest thing for a big character like Reptar to do. You take those leads when you can.
Alright, Ab saying, yeah, you know, I don't need this dog in my face right now. Get out of here. And like, that's the thing that's going on right now is that Abs is just, you know, pretty comfy until right now. I mean, but he still has a pretty sizable stock lead. Doesn't really need to worry about much. Senpac trying to get something going. Beyond that, it's an uphill battle.
Yeah, light up air is juggling. Light neutral air, not even needing any strong move, going to kill right there, and now is definitely looking like Abs' game to lose right now for sure, as we're getting some pretty clean juggles all the way up to 63 already, feeling himself off the level. This is this player plays with Beast, the Smash Ultimate Charizard player, pretty regularly, so he's no stranger to all-stage shenanigans when it comes to trying to get their edge guards, and this character is certainly...
Ooh, wait a minute. Let's him back on stage. Okay.
I like the idea of the slime air dash. I've played against Leviathan many times. I've seen what that can do in the hands of a good Jimmy. And Senpac has been starting to work that into their gameplay as of late.
Was that a bait?
No, that's an I'm up a stock right now, and I think if I land this, it's going to be good, and he's not going to expect it, which is why I'm going to go for it. But, you know, don't want to pay the Pied Piper this early, man. This is, you know, he's got a sizable lead, you know. Sometimes it can be optimal when you're up a stock this, or up 2 stocks, let's say, this far to go for that. To be able to go for that. I mean, he's up at 150. Why not, you know?
Yeah, might as well. Yeah, comfy living. You know, like, didn't have to... Didn't really have to worry... Didn't really have to worry about much. That round looked very comfortable, and... that is a solid game 1 from Abs. Beautiful stuff. I wonder what Senpac can do to maybe turn up the heat next game. Maybe, I don't know, maybe more aggressive play. Even though Jimmy kind of works maybe a little bit better at like a distance where he's got his setups going, but you know, who can say? Reptar is tricky.
Yeah, he does, but, you know, Jimmy is also very good at, like, sort of splitting the defense with his own defensive play, if you would. He's got, like, a very high double jump, and even against, like, some smaller type characters, Jimmy can land some pretty crazy stray hits off of his jabs, off of his, like, light up tilts and whatnot, and if the percent is high enough, he can confirm that into his strong up air, and just get you from clear across the other side of the level without even needing to use slime to, like, slime dash forward or anything to be able to break that. That's not even talking about how amazing his slime dashes are to begin with, especially with that strong forward air and the laser sword, as you already know. So, when you're going up against Reptar, a character that's that big, it's going to be even easier to hit, though he should be living it a little longer. So, I wouldn't even necessarily be too concerned about the type of play, considering how early on he SD'd in that stock, or in that game 1, I should say. I'd be thinking more along the lines of my counter pick right now. Where does Jimmy want to take Reptar in order to try to make the aggressive play style of Abs and just a very terrifying and scary, overwhelming aggressive play that can be brought to you by a character like Reptar to sort of try to negate that. We're about to find that out in just a few seconds, ladies and gentlemen, unless he's making me eat my words and we go back to Technodrome, which I don't think is that bad of a stage for Jimmy in this match. There's a lot of open space for combos.
Food dreams. Almost said sweet dreams. Shouts to Nasby1.
Yeah, I forget that they changed it. I remember I played Nasby1 like early on, but in the alpha of Nasby2 when I was playing that just to compare like some stuff and whatnot.
Wait,
oh goodness!
Oh no! Okay, I was gonna say like the second verse seems the first complete, almost complete repeat of the first game, but no, not today. Senpac living. Okay. Senpac definitely trying to get in a little bit more. Good landing.
This is a bit of an interesting counter pick as well, because like normally, I feel like it's, I guess with a lot of characters, it's more like the aggressive style, maybe like a masher or like a, how do I say this? Like it's sort of a more button-heavy character, like up close. I would say that this would probably be one of the worst stages to take a character like Reptar to, considering he's one of the heaviest characters in the game, how big this stage is with his blast zones and whatnot. But fun fact about Jimmy.
Wait a minute. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. He's one of the heaviest characters in the game too, so they're both going to be living for a pretty long time. Except now Jimmy just has a lot of room to work with, Scooter.
Absolutely. I feel like maybe that was the play. Just like, I need more space to work with. I know he's gonna live a really, really long time. But you know what? As long as I just keep my wits, you know, I don't try anything too flashy. Oh no! Oh my god, Abs going for all the edge cards in the universe.
No slime to be able to dash forward or even cancel himself out of his up or anything. As long as he keeps this edge guard going, this should be a dead Jimmy, but Senpac finally making his way back on and does not take the stock for it. Unfortunately, slightly misspacing the strong up air.
Alright, Abs completely denying. Good bubble mobile.
I mean, if you've played against Jimmy before, I mean, you can't hit, fun fact, you can hit Jimmy out of that bubble if you have, like, a ranged option, if you have any ranged, like, up tilt or strong up air or pretty much anything.
Or projectile,
even a projectile, yeah, like, you can just, it's not like it's sort of get out of jail free option for Jimmy. I mean, it's just sort of like more like a mix-up option, like, get me out of jail maybe with bail. Not for free.
Yeah.
That's probably a better way to describe it, I should say.
Yeah, it's like, you know, landing options are always very important, and that is a decent one, but it's not like invincible, right? It does have counterplay to it, which I do appreciate, because if it was like this free, unstoppable hit, that'd be really annoying. Like, you could never just punish it.
Is it invincible if he slime enhances it?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I honestly don't know either.
You'll have to ask Senpac himself. And, right now, like, we're seeing a very, I'm gonna say, very even-ish percent. Ab's gonna take a small little lead. It'll take maybe like one or two hits, maybe three to take this stock on Senpac's end. But right now we get a really nice edge card. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe overextended it a little bit there.
Tad mayhaps not able to get that edge guard clean, saves his jump of course, gonna bite forward with a strong forward air, just get that momentum going, busting right through Goddard, trying to tack on as much insurance on this stock as he possibly can.
Oh no!
He didn't want to waste his meter.
Yeah, yeah, very true. I feel like sometimes it's just not worth it. Just save the meter, you know? Yeah, so right now, very even. Oh, wait a second, the Goddard laser!
Oh yeah, no, this guy, like, Jimmy ping-pongs. He ping-pongs hard. Like, if there's any player who, like, knows how to do, like, the puppet shenanigans, it's definitely Senpac. I've seen all sorts of crazy combos in between the lasers. It's just the situational awareness required to play a character like Jimmy on top of that. He combos characters like that way smaller than Reptar, so I definitely want to see, like, more of the Goddard play coming out, but I gotta say, Ab's doing a pretty wonderful job busting through Goddard whenever he's there, but that's edge guard, man. This is looking pretty clean for Ab so far.
Great recovery, almost beefing it right there. All right, gets toaster. Just like, all right, like we gotta get something going. This dinosaur needs to get extinct right now.
Yeah, it's so interesting with a character like Jimmy, because like I feel like if your character's good at juggling, or if you're like aggressive enough, what you want to do is overwhelm the absolute bejesus out of a character like Reptar, as the up B is gonna take the stock. Actually, wow. Goodness, and we're running best of 3 right now, are we not?
Is this best of 3?
Is this best of 3 territory earlier
Yeah.
on? Yeah, I was gonna say first match, and that is Senpac. Very early on, already down to the losers bracket. I would not have guessed that personally, but Abs is definitely one of the better Reptars that I've ever played in my life. So if there's anybody to do it, it's definitely him. So kudos for taking the dub against one of the best Jimmy Neutron players to do it right now. That's a really good win to take.
Absolutely, yeah, very solid play from both. But if there was any Reptar to do it, I think Abs was a very good one